All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott from Jeff Teaches Programming, and I'm in the middle of writing this Java Kotlin payroll program. We're converting the one we did in Java to Kotlin. And I did want to mention to you, this took a long time for whatever reason. It took quite a while for this thing to produce. So while it was producing, I literally wrote the payroll state. So let's go over it. As it says, the payroll state first defines an employee type enumeration. So hourly is an hourly employee, piece worker is a piece worker employee, commission is a commission employee, salaried is a salaried employee. All right. Now, each one of them carries a, notice it says display string. Okay. So the label in the UI dropdown is going to be friendly, so we don't have to hard code the text in there multiple times. Okay, so that's the first thing. Then we've got our payroll state class. As it says, it'll hold the gross pay accumulators for each employee type, and these accumulators or these totals are not reset when the user, and that should be clicks, I don't know what the heck that word is, clicks the clear button. You'll notice all of these say private set in them. All right, they're basically what that does by making them a var with a private set. They're read-only. All right, so code elsewhere, basically the code that we're going to write in main.kt in just a bit, can read the current totals to display them, but cannot change them unless it goes through the add gross pay that we're going to look at in just a moment. So these are our four accumulators right here. Total hourly gross pay, total piece worker gross pay, total commission gross pay, total salary gross pay. So for the grand total will be the sum of all four of those. All right. And for our add gross pay that's in here, it'll add to the running totals and it'll check on the employee type. So if it's hourly, it'll add to the total hourly gross pays. If it's a piece worker, it'll add the gross pay to the total piece worker gross pays. If it's a commission worker, it'll add the gross pay to the total commission gross pays. And if it's a salaried worker, it'll add the gross pay to the salary gross pays. So that's it. Like I said, it's very short. 44 lines, and out of those 44 lines, the first 8 are a blank or comment. Plus we got comments here. So we're talking about something that's about 20 lines or so of code. So let me do a file save all in here, close that. And now we come to the one that's going to take the most time. Fortunately, unfortunately, whatever you want to say. This is the main.kt file. All right. So this is the entry point into the Java Kotlin payroll application. So basically, this program, or I should say this, I don't know what we want to say here. Routine, this, how about basically the program does the following. Number one, the user picks an employee type from the dropdown. Next, based on what was picked, so based on the choice, a matching set of input fields appears for that employee type. Next, clicking the Calculate button validates the inputs, and if they are valid, computes the gross pay and appends the gross pay to the results panel. It also adds the gross pay to the running total for that employee type. Clicking the Clear button resets the form fields and the visible results list. As mentioned previously, clicking this button does not reset the accumulator totals. All right, clicking the Show Totals button opens a modal pop-up window that displays the running gross pay totals for each employee type, plus the grand total for all employee types. That's enough, I think. So let's do our import statements. And there's quite a few of these. Like 18, I believe. So let's paste that in. All right. fill these in. Well, so that's all of our import statements. We'll add a couple more inputs for currency formatting. Okay. Let's put a comment on the top here. Everything concerning the program window, i.e. the widgets, the event handlers, etc., gets wired up inside of this class. All right. I said there's quite a bit of code here. And there's always the chance of me typing in and not making any mistakes. It's not good. All right. The payroll state holds the running gross pay accumulator totals. So private val state equals payroll state. The currency format is used to format values to US currency. This is the employee type selector. There. i.e. the drop down. This will be the top text. So it'll tell it to select an employee type. All right. Next, we want to populate the drop-down with the 4 employee types. The string converter, not train converter, shows a display-friendly name. we want the let the combo box stretch as necessary. All right, next we want to put in the hourly employee input fields, and that'll be followed by the piece worker employee input fields, and that'll be followed by the commission employee input fields, and finally the salaried employee input fields. So we'll do that beginning in the next video. See you then.